The best day to buy a house was yesterday. The next best day to buy a house is today. This is no different. Don't read the headlines. Don't believe all the hype that the market is crashing. I'm going to tell you why now is the best time to buy a house, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, so stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Jeremy Kane, eXp Realty here. Hope you are doing so well. As you saw, the Fed raised the rate and everyone's freaking out. The Fed rate is not tied directly to the interest rate, but we're gonna dive into that. But please, while you're here, comment, like, subscribe. Would love to start the conversation. If you are thinking about buying or selling or a conjunction of both, please book a call in the calendar link below, and I'll absolutely reach out to you and talk to you about your situation and tailor everything that we talk about to exactly what's going on with you and my knowledge of the market. So let's dive in. Now is literally the best time in the last 5 years to purchase a home in this Denver metro market. This is absolutely my true belief, and I've invented programs to help people that are in leases get out and get into purchasing. I think that this fall of 2022 is absolutely your time to strike. And everyone first starts with the headlines and the market crash and all of this. You've seen tons of YouTube videos about how the market's going to crash. The honest truth is real estate is hyper-local. In this market, the market is not going to crash due to lack of inventory. We see like big numbers, 34% year over year or month over month increase in inventory. That's because we had such a small number. We still are hovering around 1.2, 1.4 months of inventory, and that is not sustainable for a balanced or buyer's market like people are calling for. So as we continue to move through this market, the headlines are going to continue to be a couple weeks behind. The interest rates dropped last week to below where they were before they raised, and everyone is freaking out. So the interest rates are going to be volatile. They're going to remain volatile. It's very important that you're in tune to a great lender who knows what's going on, especially heading into weekends. As you go under contract on Sunday, you have to lock your rate on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and you never know what's going to happen there. So you got to be really locked in there because they are volatile. However, the headlines of the crash and all of this and the scare tactics are silly, because regardless of anything, now's the best time to buy, because if you're renting, your rent's only going up. As the market continues to increase, landlords are going to continue to take advantage of the market, people's willingness to pay, so your rent is going to go up. So even if the rates were super high and appreciation is super high like it is, like, you just have to get in. Get in now. If you've been waiting and on the sidelines, you've missed out on 6 figures of appreciation over the last 2 years. And so that's something that's super important to me. So those headlines, put them aside. Let's dive into your situation and talk about it. Let's also not wait for the headlines to coagulate and get up to speed, because I guarantee you, as they go, we'll be fine. Just like the Fed raising the interest rate today is a big deal in the economic world, but it also doesn't affect mortgage interest rates. It's been baked in. They knew it was happening. I knew on Monday, I knew a month ago that they were probably going to raise it 0.75, which they did today. So as we go, as long as the people you're working with are ahead of the game and keeping you informed, that's where we're at. Next, let's talk a little bit about the inventory shortage. And this is something that's going to continue to balance us with supply and demand, as people have really low interest rates, and if they don't have to move, they're not going to sell. People are aging in place longer. There's great programs like reverse mortgages that are a lot better than everyone thinks they are, but this inventory thing is not going away. We're not building homes fast enough. The labor force is struggling still to get up to speed. The supply chain issues are continuing for certain items, and so we're not building homes fast enough in metro areas like our market here in Denver. And even if we were, you know, the resale, people are going to be less on the resale because they're not going to move as much unless they absolutely have to, because the interest rate that they have is, you know, maybe 2.5% or something crazy like that. So if they move, they're going to be in a higher interest rate, and that's going to affect their bottom dollar. So as we continue to do this, just keep an eye on that inventory, because that's something to really talk about. And right now the inventory is a little bit higher than it was. We're seeing like 30% month over month and year over year increases, but the honest truth is it's still very low. However, right now, and especially this kind of a COVID thing, like since COVID, and now people are really taking those summers. They're really getting out. They're really doing stuff. So there's less buyers in the market during these months, late months of summer, always anyways. So there's just not that competition, and houses are sitting for 2 and 3 weekends, and good houses. I got a buyer under contract yesterday, had been on the market for 20 days this time around, and the comps are well above what we're under contract for. So that's a huge opportunity. Now, you might say, well, that's, the market crashing. The honest truth is that sellers need to price their homes a little bit differently. We're no longer at price at the very top, maybe 20,000 over and get 100,000 more. You price it a little, understand that there's those outliers in the spring that really boost us and they drag us along, but they're not, we're not getting that tip top dollar for every single thing we roll out there like we have been over the last 2.5 years. So that's opportunity for the buyers. Less competition in the market means less, appraisal gaps, less over asking bids, less giving up your inspection objection rights, all of that stuff. So all of that combined, and buyers, especially first-time home buyers that don't have a lot of cash because they don't have that equity gain from the previous sale, are absolutely in a position to take advantage of this market. So if you know somebody that's thinking about buying a house ever, please give them my information, give them my YouTube channel, give them my phone number, whatever you need. And I would love to have that conversation. There's a calendar link below that you can log into my Calendly, book a time, and let's just dive into the numbers and let's talk about what makes sense. I'm very up to date on the market and what's going on in the lending industry rate-wise and that stuff, so we can talk about that. We can talk about strategy, and I can absolutely assure you that in the Denver market, we are not up against a crash coming. It's going to stable off. It's going to feel different because we're not appreciating at 20% per year, and that's good. That'll be a healthy market for more buyers to get in and start building their wealth through real estate and quit paying other people's mortgages. So if you have any questions, definitely do that. But I'm here to tell you, now's the chance. Don't sleep on it. Book a call now, comment, like, subscribe. Look forward to talking to you and serving you. Jeremy Kane, eXp Realty. Have a good one.